हाँ भाई होमवर्क हो गया सबका. Everybody has done their homework. Don't worry if you are not able to do your homework. I will solve it for you. There. Before I solve, quick revision of what we have done up till now. हाँ हाँ डाउट मैं बता रहा हूँ अभी डोंट वरी अभी मैं हाँ हाँ शुरू से एक बार लेट मी जस्ट रिवाइज क्विकली what we have done up till now. So if there is somebody new here for the first time, please follow me very carefully. Right, I'll quickly revise everything in 5 minutes. So what we have done up till now is that if we have an XY axis, we have an XY axis and we have a straight line on this XY axis, then we want to measure how this straight line is representing the change which is happening, right? Ultimately, the straight line represents a relationship between the x coordinates and the y coordinates. And so this x coordinate, this point has some x coordinate and some y coordinate, right? You can figure that out. This point has some x coordinate and some y coordinate. This point has some x coordinate and some y coordinate. So the straight line is a collection of points which have a very special relationship amongst each other. So if this point has coordinates x1 comma y1, this has x2 comma y2, this point has x3 comma y3, right? So every point in this straight line has a particular set of xy coordinates, and these set of xy coordinates are connected to each other by an algebraic relationship, and this algebraic relationship is y is equal to m into x plus c, where m is the slope, which is the most important part of this chapter, and the slope is equal to अभी रुक जाओ बच्चा, अभी रुक जाओ, अभी मैं बताता हूँ डाउट, सारे बताता हूँ. And this slope is equal to the tan of the angle theta, and theta is the angle made by the straight line from the positive x-axis. And we also figured out that this tan theta can also be written from the definition of tan theta, can also be written as y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, where y2 and y1 and x2 and x1 are coordinates of any 2 points on the straight line. एक मिनट को भाई, इसको डाउट है. हाँ भाई 003 बताओ भाई, अनम्यूट करो और बताओ क्या डाउट है. Why have you raised your hand?
सर आप ये जो रिलेशन है y इज इक्वल टू mx प्लस c,
हाँ
सर तो इसमें अगर कोई लीनियर इक्वेशन की लाइन y एक्सिस के पैरेलल है तो उसका स्लोप इन्फिनिटी हो जाएगा ना सर?
स्लोप इन्फिनिटी हो जाएगा. हाँ
हाँ तो सर उसका y कोऑर्डिनेट, उसका c भी 0 हो जाएगा क्योंकि वो y एक्सिस को इंटरसेक्ट ही नहीं करे, तो उसका c भी 0 हो जाएगा. तो y और x का वैल्यू इन्फिनिटी कैसे हो जाएगा सर? x का अगर कोई भी वैल्यू डालते तो y का हर वैल्यू इन्फिनिटी होगा ना?
नहीं भाई क्या बोल रहा है, जो लाइन y एक्सिस के पैरेलल होएगी, इट विल बी ऑफ द फॉर्म x इज इक्वल टू सम कांस्टेंट.
Yes sir, but m is infinity, right? So infinity into x क्या होगा सर, वो नहीं समझा।
अरे इन्फिनिटी को 1/0 लेके चलना, सब आ जाएगा।
कैसे सर, एक बार बता सकते हो?
इन्फिनिटी को यू टेक 1/0,
यस।
है ना? तो यू पुट इट देयर, m की जगह 1/0 रखो, है ना? ठीक है ना?
पर फिर उसका आगे क्या होगा? 1/0 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय, समझो x का वैल्यू 3 है, तो फिर 1/0 इंटू 3 y का वैल्यू क्या होगा? 3/0, वो भी इंफिनिटी हो गया।
देखो क्या है ना कि इन्फिनिटी का कॉन्सेप्ट जो है वो थोड़ा सा स्ट्रेंज है और मैथमेटिकली इतना डीप है कि वी डोंट वांट टू गो इनटू दैट. So what
sir.
we do is we say that if you want to represent a line which is horizontal, which is parallel to the x-axis, then you simply say its equation is y is equal to constant. Easy to understand because m is 0, you put m is equal to 0, you get y is equal to c. ठीक है ना?
Yes, sir.
तो जहाँ पे infinity involved है वहाँ पे थोड़ा सा लूजर हो जाता है. तो इसलिए what we can do is we can say that look, whenever the line is parallel to the y-axis, we can simply write the equation as x is equal to some constant.
Okay.
Right? So we can say, we can even go in, we can go as far as saying that if m is infinity, then we can forget about the equation y is equal to mx plus c. It will not work. The moment infinities are involved, right, we should go away. We should step away. यहाँ पे कुछ तो लोचा है, यहाँ पे दूर हो जाओ इससे. ठीक है ना? तो infinity कई बार आएंगे हमारे सामने, and whenever infinity come, we'll try to step away from it. We'll try to treat it as an exceptional case. ठीक है ना? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, which is equal to m. This is the main stay of this chapter. This is what we are learning, right? Now I'm going on to a different screen, so you can always access previous solar screen. So what we now want to do is we want to find the slope of a curve, right? But unfortunately for us, only the slope of straight lines has been defined. So I discussed last time the slope of a curve, which is something like this. I wonder if I can draw. Yeah, slope of a curve, which is something like this. So in this case, the equation of the curve is given by y is equal to x square. एक मिनट. Y is equal to x square. हाँ एक्स क्यूब पे आ रहे हैं ना अभी. वी आर आई एम जस्ट रिवाइजिंग फॉर 5 minutes what we have already done. Okay, so y is equal to x square is the graph. This means that the relationship between the x and y coordinates on this graph is given by this y is equal to x square. हाँ भैया सबमिट करना था ना होमवर्क, मेरे को दो ही लोग ने किया सर. Y is equal to x square का जो all those of you who've done the homework, please take a snapshot and send it to me on my WhatsApp. So y is equal to x square में if I consider the point having an x coordinate of 1, then the y coordinate of such a point is 1. If I consider the point having x coordinate of 2, then the y coordinate of the corresponding point would be 4. If I consider the point 3, x coordinate of 3, then the y coordinate would have a value of 9. Okay. Similarly, if I have the x coordinate of x, then the y coordinate would be given by x square, right? And here I had introduced a new notation, and this notation was that of delta x, which is read as change in x. Okay. So I said that if this next x coordinate that I am taking is x plus delta x, then this y coordinate would be equal to x plus delta x whole square. Remembering that delta x is a single object. It is not two things multiplied together. It is a single object. Okay, it is read as change in x. Delta x represents a single number. Okay? And this number we can take to be as small as possible, right? So if I take delta x as very, very small, so if this change in x is very, very small, right? And I had introduced a notation of the arrow. The arrow is read as tending to. Okay, so the arrow is equivalent to the statement or to the words tending to. So if delta x is tending to 0, then we are guaranteed that this thing is a straight line. Okay, so the way to find the slope of a curve is to break the curve into straight lines. And I hope that all of you remember that if you take a small enough part of the curve, then it looks like a straight line. Okay. So now all I have to do is apply y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So let me just finalize the coordinates of this point and this point. So the coordinates of this point are x comma x square, and the coordinates of this point are x plus delta x comma x plus delta x whole square, right? So these are the 2 points on the curve. They lie on the curve and they are so close to each other that the curve between them looks like a straight line. And the moment I have a straight line, I am in a position to find the slope of the curve. The slope of the curve m is given by y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So in this case, it will be x plus delta x whole square minus x square upon x plus delta x minus x. Right? Now, things in the denominator are very easy. X and x have simply cancelled out. But in the numerator, we need to do some further calculation. We need to expand the bracket. Now, whenever you expand the bracket here, the expansion must be complete. That means that whenever you expand the bracket, there should not be other brackets coming in your answer, right? All brackets should be expanded. No bracket should be left. So ये तो ऊपर वाला तो अभी तो easy है. It is x square plus delta x square. Remember that delta x is a single object, so you cannot write delta square x square. That would be meaningless because delta x is a single entity. Plus 2x delta x minus x square whole divided by delta x. Now algebraically, I immediately see that x square and x square get cancelled out, right? And what you have to remember is that delta x is so small, right? So I'll write, since delta x is tending to 0, this means that, this implies that delta x square or delta x cube or any other higher power of x will be equal to 0. Okay, this is the thing that we have to realize. This is the mainstay of the new maths that we are trying to learn here. Delta x की कोई भी higher power will be equal to for us will be equal to 0. So in this case, m will be equal to, तो ये जो delta x square है ये 0 हो गया, ये गायब हो गया यहाँ से, okay, and m, अबे delta x 0 नहीं है, delta x whole square 0 है, delta x square 0 है, delta x cube 0 है, delta x itself is not 0, okay, delta x नहीं 0. That is the main thing that we have to remember. Delta x is not 0, number one. Delta x का कोई भी higher power is 0, and you do this, you put delta x का higher power equal to 0 only when you have opened all the brackets. You cannot have brackets and put in the value of delta x square. There should be no brackets anywhere in the expression that you have written. Then you pick out the terms having delta x ka higher powers and you put them equal to 0. So in this case now I am left with 2x delta x divided by delta x and divided by delta x goes, remember delta x is nothing but a number, right? It's a very small number. So numerator में भी है, denominator में भी है, तो just like a fraction वो cancel out हो गया. And m comes out to be 2x. So the slope of this curve is 2x, okay? And 2x makes sense because this tells me that at x equal to 0, the slope is 0. At x equal to 1, the slope is 2. At x equal to 3, the slope is 6, right? And we can actually see this if we look at the graph, that when we move from a low value of x to a high value of x, the straight lines that make up this curve are actually more and more and more inclined, right? Okay. Okay. ये हो गया last time का काम जो हमने किया था, and I gave you yes perfectly, yes, good answer, yes, correct answer, बिल्कुल सही, yes, answer is correct. So I gave you a homework, yes, correct answer 004. I gave you homework, yes, that is the answer. And the homework was to find the slope of y is equal to x cube. Okay. Ha. The answer is 3x square. Absolutely right. 3x. Delta x कहाँ से आ गया? 004 क्या आंसर होता है? अच्छा भेज दिया क्या मेरे को? हाँ ठीक है, मैं व्हाट्सएप पे देख लूँ. I'll send you the homework question. Let me ये सेशन खत्म करने के बाद remind me and I'll send you the homework. हाँ, जिसको भी डाउट है मैं अभी सॉल्व कर रहा हूँ ना, देखो I'll solve it now. So what this means is that I have a graph, okay, where there is a curve, and I'm not going to do this again and again, but I'm not going to do this again. This is something that you should now understand. So if this is x equal to 2, this is y is equal to 8. If this is x equal to 3, then this is y is equal to 3 cube क्या होता है मैं भूल गया, अच्छा 27. Okay, and so on and so on and so on. Similarly, if this is then x, then this y coordinate is x cube. If this is x plus delta x, then this y coordinate should be equal to x plus delta x the whole cube, right? And again, just like before, this looks like a straight line, so I can find the slope, and the slope will be given by our old friend y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So let me just write. M is equal to ये रहा y2 माइनस इसका कोऑर्डिनेट, ये x1 y1 है, इसका x2 y2 है, इस पॉइंट का कोऑर्डिनेट. So this would be equal to x plus delta x whole cube minus x cube over x plus delta x minus x. Right? So we have this y2, y1, oops, that's कर दिया. This is x2 and this guy is x1, right? You can see from the graph. And now I'll just expand these guys and I'll get x cube by 3. I'll get x cube plus delta x cube. Okay, now I don't want a bracket. Remember this, we don't want any brackets. Very, very important for the questions that we are going to do today further. We don't want any brackets whatsoever. So I'm going to write this as 3x delta x square plus 3x square delta x minus, ये पूरा मेरा expansion हो गया, x cube divided by, नीचे केवल delta x बचा है क्योंकि ये x और ये x कैंसिल हो गया. अब यहाँ पे क्या क्या कैंसिल हो रहा है, x क्यूब और x क्यूब तो कैंसिल हो गया, ये तो नॉर्मल अलजेब्रिक ऑपरेशन है. But I know, and like we have discussed, any higher powers of delta x must be equal to 0. So this guy is equal to 0 and goes away, and similarly this guy is equal to 0 and goes away. So what we are left with is 3x square delta x divided by delta x, and then you can just cancel out this 2 delta x's and you get is equal to 3x square. Okay, so this is the answer to the first example that I gave, first homework that I gave. Okay, second one was second one was क्या था क्वेश्चन याद नहीं. Y is equal to 3x cube plus 2x square, right? Am I right? This was the question. 3x cube plus 2x square. हाँ यही है ना. हाँ एक मिनट रुको भैया, किसको डाउट है? रेज योर हैंड. किसने हाथ रेज किया? ओके फिर हाँ बोलो भाई.
सर जो पिछला सम था ना,
हाँ
उसमें मैंने मतलब इधर तक सही किया, क्या बोलते हैं 3x स्क्वायर डेल्टा x प्लस 3x डेल्टा x स्क्वायर बाय डेल्टा x.
हाँ
बट मैंने इधर जो डेल्टा x का था ना, उसको जीरो नहीं लिया. मैंने पहले डेल्टा x को स्क्वायर को क्यूब को जीरो लिया, इसको नहीं लिया, तो मुझे आंसर आया 3x टाइम्स इन ब्रैकेट x प्लस डेल्टा x.
ब्रैकेट नहीं लेना है ना, बताया ना तेरे को, ब्रैकेट नहीं होना चाहिए ना. तो जब आपने जो एक्सप्रेशन लिखा है वहां पे डेल्टा एक्स क्यूब आया कि नहीं आया?
हाँ डेल्टा x क्यूब आया, उसको मैंने
जीरो लिया.
हाँ
तो डेल्टा एक्स स्क्वायर आया कि नहीं आया?
हाँ आया.
उसको जीरो लेना है,
ओके
राइट. सो उसके साथ जो भी मल्टीप्लाइड है वो भी गायब हो गया,
ओके.
है ना.
हाँ हाँ
नाउ व्हाटएवर यू आर लेफ्ट विद, अब उसमें यू कैरी आउट द अलजेब्रिक मैनिपुलेशन जैसे मैंने बोला.
हाँ ठीक.
हाँ भाई बताओ भाई, दूसरा डाउट.
हाँ सर, मैंने कॉमन लेके किया, उसके बाद उसको उसका डिनोमिनेटर हटा
कॉमन
तो
नहीं
चलेगा
लेना
ना?
है भाई, कॉमन नहीं. अगर आपने कॉमन लिया तो आपने तो ब्रैकेट क्रिएट कर दिया ना वहां पे.
ओके सर.
तो ब्रैकेट तो हमारे एक्सप्रेशन में होना ही नहीं चाहिए. और अभी जो मैं क्वेश्चंस देने वाला हूँ, आज जो आप क्वेश्चंस करने वाले हो, वो उसमें अगर ब्रैकेट लिया, कॉमन लिया, तो फिर नहीं होएगा.
ओके सर.
The purpose of the exercise is to expand as much as possible, and then put in delta x higher powers as 0. Okay. So y is equal to 3x cube plus 2x square. Please see how to do this. Those who could not do, very easy. हाँ बिल्कुल सही आंसर. So the way to do this is to first figure out what is x1 comma y1, right? So x1 comma y1 is simply equal to, हम x की वैल्यू x डालेंगे तो y की वैल्यू क्या आएगी? y की वैल्यू वही आएगी जो इस एक्सप्रेशन में है, 3x cube plus 2x square. Now, what is x2 comma y2? x2 comma y2 तब आएगा जब मैं x की वैल्यू डालूंगा x plus delta x. Okay? और जब मैं x plus delta x डालूंगा यहाँ पे, तो जो y कोऑर्डिनेट आएगा वो आएगा 3x plus delta x whole cube plus 2x plus delta x whole square. ये आएगा. हाँ बिल्कुल सही, absolutely right. So m will be equal to 3x plus delta x whole cube plus 2x plus delta x whole square minus 3x cube minus 2x square divided by x plus delta x minus x. Please notice that the denominator always remains the same. Denominator हमेशा चुपचाप delta x आ जाता है, x और x कैंसिल हो जाता है और denominator में delta x आ जाता है. जो भी कैलकुलेशन है वो हमेशा न्यूमरेटर में ही हो रहा है. Okay? So let's see what is the calculation in the numerator now. It should be very easy. M is equal to, I am expanding all the brackets, remember. So M is equal to 3x cube plus 3 delta x cube plus 9x square delta x plus 9x delta x square, right? So this is the expansion for the cube wala term plus 2x square plus 2 delta x square plus 4x delta x, right? So lots of algebra, minus 3x cube minus 2x square whole upon delta x, right? आज जो हम क्वेश्चन करेंगे उसमें आपको लगेगा ये अलजेब्रा कितना इजी था, काश ऐसे ही हो रहा होता. सो 3x क्यूब यहाँ कैंसिल हुआ, 2x स्क्वायर यहाँ कैंसिल हुआ. नाउ लेट्स सी व्हाट इज द जीरो कहाँ पे आ रहे हैं. डेल्टा एक्स क्यूब इधर आया, ये जीरो हो गया. डेल्टा एक्स स्क्वायर इधर आया, ये जीरो हो गया. डेल्टा एक्स स्क्वायर इधर आया, ये जीरो हो गया, right? So I am left with m is equal to 9x square delta x plus 4x delta x whole divided by delta x, right? Absolutely right. So x delta x, remember, is just a number. So numerator में भी है, denominator में भी है. Simple cancellation, and then we have m is equal to 9x square plus 4x. Many of you got this right, and if you did not get it right, don't worry. Some algebraic practice is required. Phenomena that slope is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. That should be sufficient. थोड़ा practice करोगे तो सब आ जाए. Okay. चलो. Next question. Question 1. Get your pen and paper ready. Find the slope of y is equal to sin x. ये कैसे करें? ये तो लोचा हो गया. इसको करने के लिए good. Yes, absolutely. So if you minus नहीं होएगा cos x होएगा. And for those of you who already have done this, okay, for those of you who have already done this, find the slope of cosine, tan, cot. हाँ, मैं वही बता रहा हूँ ना, मैं तो करके दिखाई रहा हूँ अभी. So find for those of you who have already done this, find the slope of all the trigonometric ratios. Okay, so let me start now. So here we are going to use new formulas. Okay, so what are these new formulae that we are going to use? The first one is sine of a plus b. Okay, sine of a plus b. That means that you are trying to find the sine of the sum of angles. Okay, and please don't worry if you have not seen this formula before. That's why I'm writing it out separately. And when you are doing the questions that I'm going to give today, keep this in front of you. Okay, and So I'll rub out the question. Okay, and I will write it again. So we are talking about some new formulae, right? This is going to be permanent feature of our studies. So you need to remember these. Now you are going to have the chapter of trigonometry in math, right? So you are going to learn how to actually derive these guys. I am not going to derive them right now, but they are very, very easy to remember. Okay, and these are only the new things that I discussed that we are going to learn. Okay, so we have sine of A plus B. Remember that you can put any value of A and any value of B is equal to sine A cosine B plus sine B cosine A. Right? Very easy to remember. This is the first one. Second one is cosine A plus B. By the way, यहाँ पे sin A minus B भी हो सकता है. Trigonometric identities. Yes, absolutely right. तो यहाँ पे माइनस भी हो सकता है. तो अगर यहाँ पे माइनस आएगा तो यहाँ पे भी माइनस आ जाएगा. So that means sin A minus B will be equal to sin A cosine B minus sin B cosine B. Okay, now we have cosine A plus B, and cosine A plus B is equal to cosine A cosine B minus this time sine A sine B. Okay, and here also you can have a minus sign. So if this is minus, then this becomes plus. Right? Simple patterns emerging, which you can remember. Finally, we have tan of A plus B, and this is equal to tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A tan B. Right? So these are the formula that you have to remember. अगर यहाँ पे माइनस आता है तो यहाँ पे माइनस आ जाएगा और यहाँ पे प्लस आ जाएगा. Right? So if somebody asks you what is tan A minus B, it is tan A minus tan B divided by 1 plus tan A tan B. Okay? So these are the formula that we are going to use. Okay? And apart from this, we are going to use something else. So let me go to a new board. Okay? So approximation for trigonometric functions. अब इसका क्या मतलब है? What am I trying to tell you? You see, what is the meaning of approximation? Approximation का मतलब होता है that you are not telling the accurate value, but you are sort of you are telling me a value which is close to the truth, right? ये सारे slides you can access, right? All you have to do is go to view all whiteboards. Okay, view all whiteboards, and आपको सब दिखाई देगा जो भी मैंने previous काम किया हुआ है. When I'm finished with the whiteboard, then I'll go back to the first and I'll rub it down. Okay. You can access all the work that has been done today. In any case, the lecture is being, I think, recorded, so you can see it afterwards as well. Okay, so हाँ भेज देंगे ना, वीडियो लिंक्स बाद में भेज देंगे. तो अप्रोक्सीमेशन का मतलब ये होता है that, you know, I mean, for example, I ask you where you live. Instead of giving me the exact flat number and the building, what you can tell me is just the building name and the area, right? That is an approximation. हाँ मैं तो वहाँ रहता हूँ. हर आदमी आपको नहीं बताता जाएगा ना कि आपको उसका एक्चुअल एड्रेस क्या है. आप कहाँ रहते हैं? अच्छा मैं सानपाड़ा में रहता हूँ. आप कहाँ रहते हैं? अच्छा मैं कोपर खेरने में रहता हूँ. आप कहाँ रहते हैं? अच्छा मैं नेहरू में रहता हूँ. This is an approximation, right? So we have already done one approximation, and that was when we said that delta x square and delta x cube and higher powers of delta x are equal to 0, right? So if this was an approximation that delta x square and delta x cube was 0, and in fact it was, right? I mean, that was the source of the confusion कि delta x को 0 क्यों नहीं ले रहे हैं. Delta x बहुत छोटा नंबर है और delta x square approximately is equal to 0. Delta x cube is approximately equal to 0. So similarly, I want to tell you what is the approximation that we are going to take for trigonometric functions, right? So the approximations are number one, the approximation is that sine of delta x will be equal to delta x, right? This is the first approximation. Okay, or you can consider it like this: sine of delta x divided by delta x is equal to 1. और ये approximations कब valid है? Remember, they are valid only if delta x is tending to 0. That means delta x is extremely small. Yes. Second approximation that we are going to take, बहुत ही simple. Second वाला तो बहुत ही simple है. Cosine of delta x is equal to 1. Okay. अब ऐसा क्यों है ये भी मैं अभी बता रहा हूँ, right? I mean, I'll tell you why this is so. And ये कौन सा है भैया ये? Y is equal to sec x का तो slope निकालो ना. Cosine delta x का approximation is 1. Okay, and the third approximation, that is for tan of x, will be equal to, will be equal to tan of delta x is equal to delta x, which is the same as sine, right? So tan of delta x divided by delta x is equal to 1. Okay, please remember, number one, delta x should be tending to 0, right? I mean, that is of course what we are going to take. Number two, this can only be done after all brackets have been opened. Please remember this. देखते ही नहीं sin delta x equal to delta x डाल देना. जब सारे brackets open हो जाएंगे, जब और कोई algebraic operation आप carry out नहीं कर सकते हैं, कोई और multiplication bracket opening नहीं हो सकता है, तब आपके सामने अगर साइन ऑफ डेल्टा एक्स का टर्म अकेले खड़ा है, आप उसको डेल्टा एक्स से रिप्लेस कर सकते हो. कोसाइन डेल्टा एक्स आपके सामने खड़ा है, आप उसको 1 से रिप्लेस कर सकते हो. और टैन ऑफ डेल्टा एक्स आपके सामने है, आप उसको डेल्टा एक्स से रिप्लेस कर सकते हो. राइट, सो रिमेंबर दीज कंडीशंस बिफोर अप्लाइंग दिस concept, right? Okay, so let me show you or let me tell you how I got this here. How I got it. So I'll just tell you how I got the sign of delta x equal to delta x wala thing. In maths, you are going to actually prove this in a very superior way. Sin delta x tends to 0. Yeah. Sin delta x tends to 0 because sin delta x is equal to delta x, which tends to 0. So I want to show you how I arrived at this expression, right? Okay. And the way to show you how I arrived at this expression is to talk about angles. How many? Can anybody tell me what an angle is? टाइप करो एंगल क्या होता है, कौन बता सकता है मुझे? व्हाट इज एन एंगल? कोई नहीं, मेरा इंटरनेट गया. डिग्री ऑफ एलिवेशन? नहीं, नो. टाइप कर दो भाई. हाँ, डायमेंशनलेस है, लेकिन है क्या? Inclination of a line from what? Degree of elevation relative to a straight line. बाप रे बाप, ये तो बहुत बड़ा हो गया है. Degree between two lines, angle between two lines और degree between two lines में क्या फर्क है? Space, inclination और declination नहीं, measure of rotation नहीं, space between two lines nahi, degree of rotation nahi, space between two intersecting lines or surfaces are closed nahi, no. Acha, let me rephrase my question. Okay, let me rephrase my question. What is the mathematical definition of an angle? Angle is equal to what? बैकस्लैश क्या होता है? स्पेस बिटवीन टू रेज, मेजर ऑफ डिग्री ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. अच्छा चलो ठीक है. ओके. Chalo, I'll tell you, right? I'll tell you. So about I think 3,000 years ago or 2,500, I don't remember. 3,000 years ago, a person in the Greek civilization, right? The Greeks were fascinated with geometry. So a person in the Greek civilization comes along and he says that देखो ये सर्कल है और मैंने ये स्ट्रेट लाइन बनाई, तो मैंने सर्कल को आधे में डिवाइड कर दिया. राइट? तो सब लोग ने खूब ताली बजाई. हाँ भैया, आपने तो सर्कल को आधे में डिवाइड कर दिया. फिर उसने बोला कि नहीं ये तो अभी तो खेल शुरू हुआ है. तो उसने एक और लाइन बनाई और उसने बोला देखो मैंने सर्कल को 1/4 में, पर्सन का नाम थोड़े मालूम है भाई मुझे, मैं तो होएगा कोई गधा जिसको आज तक हम लोग फॉलो कर रहे हैं. तो अब उसने क्या किया, एक और लाइन बनाई और उसने बोला देखो मैंने सर्कल को 4 इक्वल पार्ट्स में डिवाइड कर दिया है. राइट? एंड देन he drew another line and he said that look, another 2 lines, and he said that look, I have divided the circle into further so many equal parts, and he kept on dividing. Okay, he kept on dividing the circle until he came to a point where he had divided the circle into 360 equal parts, right? 360 equal parts. And then he said that, look, this thing or this, जैसा आप लोग लिख रहे थे, inclination between these two straight lines will be defined as the angle of 1 degree, right? Okay, ठीक है ना? Now, why did he choose the number 360? This has a very interesting origin. He actually chose audio distorted है क्यों भैया? क्या हो गया? देखो अभी फिर से आ रहा है ऑडियो मेरा? सुनाई दे रहा है? हेलो हेलो हेलो, सही है ना? खारगर में सही है, सीवुड में लग रहा है गड़बड़ है. अच्छा ठीक हो गया. अच्छा, तो this angle is defined as 1 degree, and yes, the interesting story behind this is that he decided to divide the thing into 360 equal parts because there are 360 days in a year approximately. Okay, so the Greeks had already figured out that the 1 year, 1 year comprises of 360 something days. Therefore, he divided this into 360 equal parts, and this is defined as 1 degree. And I don't know whether you are aware or not, somebody else came along and said, एक मिनट मैं तो इसको और डिवाइड करूंगा, इसको तो 60 इक्वल पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करूंगा. In that case, the angle between the two lines, two adjacent lines, was defined as 1 minute, right? And then some guy comes along and he says कि नहीं, एक मिनट, इसको तो हम और डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. तो वो 1 मिनट वाला जो एंगल है उसको भी 60 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड किया, और उसमें जो 2 रेज बनी उनके बीच का एंगल होता है 1 second, right? So if you decide to go in the field of astronomy, you will be working with a lot with seconds and minutes. But this is a very inaccurate and an arbitrary way of defining an angle. Okay, very inaccurate. किसी के मन में आया 360 पार्ट में डिवाइड कर देते हैं तो हो गया. अगर वो उस दिन पागल हो गया होता और बोलता कि नहीं मैं तो 720 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करूंगा, तो वो हमारे लिए 1 डिग्री हो जाता, राइट? सो दिस इज एन आर्बिट्ररी मेजर ऑफ एन एंगल. वी वांट ए साइंटिफिक मेजर ऑफ एन एंगल. So this is the measure of an angle that we are not going to use. Okay, we are going to use another measure of an angle, which yes, most of you have got it right, which is the radian. Okay, and the way that we now define the angle is that we say that, look, if you have a circle like this and you draw any 2 lines and you want to measure the angle between these 2 lines, right? Then this angle theta is the ratio of the arc length divided by the radius. And the units of this angle is not degrees, but it is something else called radian. Okay, so theta is equal to this length, which is the arc length, divided by this length, which is the radius, right? So this is how we are going to talk about angles. Okay, and we will discuss how to convert degrees to radians and radians to degrees maybe in the next class. Okay, right now I just want to show you why sine delta x is equal to delta x, why this approximation I have taken, right? This is the definition of an angle. Okay, so why is radian is arc upon radius. Length of the arc. That is how angles will be defined for us from now on, right? I'll come back to it, don't worry. अभी हम जब नेक्स्ट चैप्टर वेक्टर्स पढ़ेंगे तो हमारे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होएगा, तो उसमें मैं ये सब रिपीट करूंगा, फिर से एक्सप्लेन करूंगा. फॉर द मोमेंट प्लीज रिमेंबर दैट if we are trying to define an angle, then it is always better to move away from the degree wala definition to this scientific wala definition. Okay, so let me go back. अब यूनिट ऑफ रेडियन खुद ही यूनिट है, रेडियन एंगल का यूनिट है, ठीक है. चलो मैं फिर से दिखाता हूं. देखो ये एक सर्कल है, ठीक है. अब मैंने ये लाइन बनाई, ओके. अगर मैंने ये लाइन बनाई तो ये एंगल कितना है, राइट. नाउ फ्रॉम द ज्योमेट्री दैट यू हैव लर्नड in class 6, 7, 8, you will immediately tell me the answer that theta is equal to 180 degrees, okay. But I want the answer in terms of radians. So in terms of radians, theta must be equal to this arc length, which is pi r, divided by the radius, which is r. This is pi radians, okay. Okay, chalo, let's not deviate now. I'll come back to this. We'll discuss this in detail later on. Sin delta x is equal to x. So we have a right angle triangle here, right? And this angle is theta, and this is, let's say, A, B, C, right? So what is the value of sin theta? Sin theta is equal to how much? Will be equal to मैं भूल गया, बताओ भाई मेरे को. साइन थीटा क्या होगा? ऊप ओवर हाइपो. हाँ सही बोला, बिल्कुल सही. It will be equal to BC upon AB. BC upon AB. Yeah, बिल्कुल सही, absolutely right. Yeah. Now, I want to remember that we are discussing very small angles, right? Very, very small angles. So I want to construct a right angle triangle. Let me just take this sahi wala kar do. So I want to construct a right angle triangle which is having a very small angle, right? Very, very small angle. So something like this. Okay, something like this. No, radian is a general measure of angle, not only for a circle. भाई डिग्री तो सर्कल से आ रहा है ना, लेकिन आप डिग्री तो कहीं भी यूज करते हो ना. भाई प्रोट्रैक्टर तो सर्कुलर होता है, सेमी सर्कुलर होता है, लेकिन आप तो किसी दो लाइन के बीच का एंगल निकाल देते हो. तो रेडियन इज नॉट confined to circles, it is confined to any two straight lines. Okay, so we have अबे तो tan थीटा में थीटा रेडियंस होएगा ना 180 डिग्रीज. हाँ, रेडियन इज ऐसा यूनिट. यस ऐसा यूनिट. अभी ये देखो, पहले ये देखो, ये मैं एक राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल बना रहा हूं जिसमें कि जो एंगल है वो बहुत छोटा है, राइट? ओके, so if this angle is very small, this angle is very small, I will write it as delta theta, right? And again, this is A, this is B, this is C, right? So what is the value of sine theta? Same, sine theta is equal to BC upon AB, right? But I am telling you that this angle is very small. Okay, delta theta is tending to 0. Yes, delta theta is tending to 0. If delta theta tends to 0, then what can you tell me about AB and AC? Please write. What can you tell me about AB and AC if delta theta tends to 0? AB and AC, they are almost equal, correct? Absolutely right. They are almost equal, right? So if delta theta tends to 0, AB and AC are almost going to be the same. And if AB and AC are same, so delta theta tends to 0, then AB is almost equal to AC. Then what will the diagram look like? What will the diagram look like? I mean, if AB is almost equal to AC, right? No, रुको. रुको. Isosceles. Isosceles. Yes. So the diagram is going to look like we have two straight lines which are inclined to each other with a very small angle, right? BC is almost equal to 0. So they are almost, they are inclined to each other with a very small angle and their lengths are almost equal. And if their lengths are almost equal, right? So I'll draw it here. And if their lengths are almost equal, right? Then they might as well be radii of a circle. And this BC might as well be the arc of the circle, right? And in this case, this angle theta will be equal to what? Theta or delta theta, I should write actually. Delta theta will be equal to what? It will be equal to arc upon radius, right? But what is the arc? What is the arc? भाई इतना छोटा हो गया है वो कि आर्क और स्ट्रेट लाइन में कोई फर्क ही नहीं है. That is the whole point of calculus. That is the whole point of this discussion, that the BC length is so small that it does not show any curvature. So delta theta will be equal to what? It will be equal to BC upon AC. But BC upon AC is equal to what? It is equal to sine delta theta, right? And therefore sine delta theta is equal to delta theta, right? So this is the proof, a very crude proof that sine of delta theta will be equal to delta theta if delta theta is very small. Okay. पूछ लो भैया, डाउट पूछ लो, बट आई नीड टू गो. बोले अबे तूने हैंड अभी रेज किया, कहाँ गया? हाँ रुको.
Sir, I didn't understand the part where it says कि delta theta is equals to BC by AC. That part not.
अरे एंगल का क्या डेफिनेशन है? एंगल का डेफिनेशन क्या बताया मैंने अभी?
The measure.
Angle का definition is arc upon radius,
Arc
right?
upon radius. So, okay.
So when the triangle has become very small, the two sides are almost equal now.
Almost. Yes, I understand.
So it looks like a circle. So BC part becomes
The arc
upon radius.
upon radius.
है
Okay.
ना?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it's a very nice way of expressing. You will learn a more rigorous proof later on. Okay, you will learn a more rigorous proof later on. But I just want to now make proof. So remembering proof means that you have understood. It means you don't have to remember. You don't have to remember anything in physics. You have to understand, right? So what do I remember? I remember that the definition of an angle is arc upon radius, and I remember that sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Have I used anything else apart from this? Right? I mean, so in the proof that I have just given, I have just used two things, that the definition of an angle is arc upon radius, and that sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. The only difference between you and me at this point is that the definition of angle you did not know previously, but now you do know the angle of definition, right? My voice is muffled. नहीं भैया, मेरे मुंह पे किसी ने कुछ नहीं रखा. अभी आ रही है ठीक से आवाज? Yeah, delta theta will be BC upon AC, which is also equal to sine delta theta. Therefore, sine delta theta is equal to delta theta when delta theta is very, very small. Okay, so we wanted to find the slope. Okay, we wanted to find the slope of sine x. Y is equal to sine x. Okay, so now please follow me carefully. Again, we are back to the core of this lecture. So, what will be the values of x1 and y1? What will be the values of x1 and y1? Well, x1 की value तो x रहेगी, and y की value will be the value of y when x equal to x. So when x equal to x, y is equal to sine x, right? Okay. And what will be the value of x2 comma y2? Okay. So the x2 value is always x plus delta x. Remember, we want to ensure that the part of the curve that we are taking is a straight line. Therefore, the value of y will be the value of y when the value of x is x plus delta x, and this will be sine of x plus delta x, right? And this is the value of y2. So m will be equal to y2 minus y1 sine of x plus delta x minus sine x upon x2 minus x1, which is x plus delta x minus x. Okay, now please notice that the denominator में तो वही काम हो गया. Denominator तो हमेशा वही है. नहीं, 1 नहीं आएगा आंसर. देखो, follow करो closely. Now what do? I go to the formula, and where is the formula? Here it is. What is the formula? Yes, that's the correct answer. Yes. What is the formula? The formula is sine A plus B is equal to sine A cosine B plus sine B cosine A. Right? So I go back to where I'm. एक मेरा whiteboard छूट गया है. So I go back and I write sine A, that is sine x cosine delta x minus sine delta x cosine x minus sine x upon delta x. Right? Now, are there any more brackets? Okay. Are there any more brackets here? So there are no brackets. So I must now go back and look at my approximations. And when there are no brackets, what I can do is, yes, absolutely right. What I can do is, I can replace sine delta x by delta x, and I can replace cosine delta x by 1. Right? So I'm going to do that now. I will now replace cosine delta x by 1. So I get sine x minus sine delta x by delta x. Oh, sorry, plus sorry, plus delta x cosine x minus sine x, ये तो पुराना टर्म है, all upon delta x. Now what happens? नहीं, मैंने गलत ले लिया था. Sin x cosine x plus sin delta x cosine x होएगा. Sin x यहाँ से cancel हो गया, right? And what am I left with now? I'm left with m is equal to, हाँ बिल्कुल सही. Delta x cosine x upon delta x, right? ये delta x cancel हो गया क्योंकि ये तो remember it's just a number, right? Delta x is just a number, so this cancels out, and I get this is equal to, yes, answer is cosine x, right? ये आया सबको समझ में? This is understood by everyone. Just simple. थोड़ा सा अलजेब्रा है, थोड़ा सा ट्रिग्नोमेट्री है. दो चीजें याद रखनी है. पहली चीज कहाँ गया? ये, right? This you have to remember. This is these are the relations. You may be knowing them. You may not be knowing them. In fact, they are so important that you can actually write them down on a chart paper and stick it in front of your study table, because this is going to be very, very common. And the second thing that you must remember is the approximations, right? एक मिनट रुको. हाँ, फिर से बोलो भाई, क्या डाउट है? सेकेंड स्टेप में why can't we open by, क्या हो गया है भाई? ऐसा ना करो मेरे को. Sine of 30 degrees plus 30 degrees is equal to sine of 60 degrees. Correct लिखा है मैंने, right? Okay. Please never ever fall into this trap where you can do or where you think you can do this. ये वाला जो ब्रैकेट है ये ओपन करने वाला ब्रैकेट नहीं है. Okay, so you cannot do this. This is wrong. This will not be equal to this. And very simple to prove. Okay, what is sine 30? Half. Sine 30 half. Sine 60 root 3 by 2. These are obviously not equal to each other. Please do not open the sine wala bracket as a multiplication bracket. Okay, you cannot do that. X1 is equal to X. X1 is equal to X because that is what we have been taking, right? ये रहा ना हमारा ग्राफ. तो ये X1 है, ये है ना X1. ये पॉइंट है जिसमें हम इंटरेस्टेड हैं. ये वाला पॉइंट है जिसमें हम इंटरेस्टेड हैं. ये वाला दूसरा पॉइंट है जिसमें हम इंटरेस्टेड हैं. इस पॉइंट के लिए x कोऑर्डिनेट x है, y कोऑर्डिनेट x स्क्वायर है. हमने अभी जो क्वेश्चन किया उसमें x1 की वैल्यू x है और y की वैल्यू y1 की वैल्यू तो ये एक्सप्रेशन चेंज होता जाएगा, लेकिन बाकी सब सेम रहेगा। x1 को हमेशा x लेना है और x2 को हमेशा x प्लस डेल्टा x लेना है। भाई सेकेंड स्टेप कौन सा? सेकेंड स्टेप ये जो एक्सप्रेशन आया है, दिस एक्सप्रेशन I have got from where? I have got from this expansion, this trigonometric identity. Okay, whenever you see sine of something plus something, then you can always expand it using this trigonometric identity. Sine of x1 plus x2 is sine of x1 plus cosine of x2 plus sine of x2 cosine of x1. Sine of x plus delta x is equal to sine of x cosine of delta x plus sine of delta x cosine of x. Okay. अब भैया इसका प्रूफ जो है साइन ए प्लस बी वाला, वो मैथ्स में आपको सिखाया जाएगा, अभी अपन नहीं करते हैं इसका प्रूफ, राइट? हाँ, कौन सा स्टेप? थर्ड स्टेप कौन सा है? हाँ, थर्ड स्टेप में मैंने सेकेंड स्टेप में सारे ब्रैकेट्स ओपन हो गए हैं। जब सारे ब्रैकेट्स ओपन हो गए हैं, कोई ब्रैकेट नहीं बचा है, अब मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता और कोई मैथमेटिकल स्टेप नहीं बचा है करने के लिए, तब मैं अपना अप्रोक्सीमेशन वहां पे रखूंगा। और अप्रोक्सीमेशन क्या है हमारा अप्रोक्सीमेशन है that sine of delta x can be replaced by delta x, cosine of delta x can be replaced by 1. Okay, so 20 identities. हाँ, वेलकम टू क्लास 11, सब याद रखना है। यस, तो याद नहीं रखना है, बेसिकली यू कीप इट इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, व्हेनेवर इट इज रिक्वायर्ड यू यूज इट, एंड you are going to do so many questions that ultimately you will remember. मतलब मेरे को भी इसलिए याद है क्योंकि मैंने इतने questions किए हैं, इसलिए याद है, नहीं तो किसी को याद नहीं रखना है, रट के थोड़ी ना काम कर सकते हैं। हाँ, homework. So homework is so I'm going to rub this out. Homework. Is to find the slope of y is equal to cosine x, y is equal to tan x, मेरा ही म्यूट है। Homework will be to find the slope of all the trigonometric ratios and to do all the questions from lecture 1 in the booklet that you have. Okay. हाँ भाई, अब किस को डाउट्स है, जल्दी से अपना डाउट पूछो। हाँ पूछो भाई, पहले 21 मैंने अनम्यूट कर दिया है।
सर, डेरिवेशन ऑफ साइन डेल्टा एक्स इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा एक्स में डाउट है।
हाँ,
उसमें इफ थीटा टेंड्स टू बी 0, सो हम लोग डेल्टा थीटा x अप्रोक्सीमेटली 0 लेंगे.
नहीं 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 नहीं, डेल्टा थीटा इज टेंडिंग टू जीरो ना.
हाँ, बट लाइक बिफोर हमने डेल्टा x 0 लिया था, सो इसमें
हमने कभी डेल्टा एक्स जीरो नहीं लिया बच्चा. हमने हमेशा डेल्टा एक्स स्क्वायर को जीरो लिया. तो हमारा अप्रोक्सीमेशन ये है कि अगर डेल्टा एक्स टेंडिंग टू जीरो है तो ऐसे नंबर का स्क्वायर जीरो होएगा, ऐसे नंबर का क्यूब जीरो होएगा.
ओके.
है ना. तो यहाँ पे जब डेल्टा थीटा टेंडिंग टू जीरो है तो उसमें हमें दिखाई दे रहा है कि टू साइड्स ऑफ ए ट्रायंगल आर वर्चुअली बिकमिंग सेम. एंड सिंस दे आर वर्चुअली बिकमिंग सेम, then I can always say that angle is equal to arc upon radius, and when I apply arc upon radius wala formula, I see that it is giving me the same expression as sine wala formula. So therefore,
what do you mean by virtually becoming same?
अरे अगर आप एंगल थीटा को बहुत छोटा लेके चलोगे तो जो दो साइड्स ऑफ द ट्रायंगल हैं AC एंड AB, इन दोनों की लेंथ ऑलमोस्ट सेम नहीं हो जाएगी. है ना, सेम हो जाएगी ना
सर. बट अगर लाइक सेम वो मुझे समझ नहीं आया, सेम कैसे होगी?
सेम का मतलब ये नहीं कि एग्जैक्टली सेम हो गया ना. अब आपका लेट्स से कि मैंने किसी से पूछा कि आपका वेट क्या है, तो अगले ने आंसर दिया 50 किलोग्राम. Do you think that is accurate?
No.
Why?
Because there will be 49.999 or 50.111. So
supposing that I have a very accurate weighing machine, then
but weight changes like
Bilkul, exactly. So 50 kg is what? It is a rough approximate answer, right? It satisfies our curiosity, it satisfies our knowledge. अच्छा ठीक है, इसका वेट 50 kg है, उसका वेट 70 kg है, so we can compare. है ना? In the same way, when the angle becomes very very small, approximately the two sides of the triangle will have the same length. That means that I cannot really take a scale and say कि अच्छा नहीं, इसका देखो, इसका 1 मिलीमीटर ज्यादा है, 0.1 मिलीमीटर इसका लेंथ ज्यादा है. ये मैं नहीं बोल सकता, या मैं इस चीज में इंटरेस्टेड ही नहीं हूं कि वो 0.1 मिलीमीटर उसका लेंथ ज्यादा है. मेरे को विजुअली दिखाई दे रहा है कि अच्छा ठीक है, इन दोनों का लेंथ ऑलमोस्ट सेम. ठीक है ना?
ओके. यस.
एनी अदर? हाँ, मैं सबको एक एक करके अनम्यूट कर रहा हूँ. हाँ भाई बता.
सर अगर डेल्टा एक्स 0 के पास जा रहा है तो 1 माइनस डेल्टा एक्स को मैं 1 बोल सकती हूँ क्या?
एब्सोल्युटली यस.
तो फिर जब वो tan x में नीचे डिनोमिनेटर में 1 माइनस tan डेल्टा x आएगा तो मैं उसे 1 अज्यूम कर सकती हूँ ना?
हाँ, बट when can you do this? When
delta
all
x
the brackets have been opened. Because जब tan x आएगा तो डिनोमिनेटर में आएगा टर्म और न्यूमरेटर में आएगा टर्म.
हाँ जी.
That opens the possibility of cross multiplication. So when all cross multiplication has been done, when all operations involving addition, multiplication, subtraction, division have been done, when all brackets have been opened, then you will definitely put 1 minus delta x as 1.
Okay. Thank you.
हाँ भाई, अब नेक्स्ट बताओ क्या डाउट है? 031.
Sir, if a equation is given like find the slope of y 3x square plus 5x plus 1.
हाँ.
So in this situation, what will be the x1 and x2 coordinate and y1 and y2 coordinate?
1 and x2 are always x and x plus delta x.
Okay, so then here x2 will be like this 3x square plus 5x plus 1.
x2 will be x plus delta x.
Okay, and y2 will be?
y2 will be अब x plus delta x का वैल्यू x plus delta x डाल दो उस एक्सप्रेशन में. y2 आ गया.
Okay sir, thank you.
है ना?
Yes sir.
Okay, next.
सर एज अ जनरल अजम्पशन हम लोग को हमेशा अज्यूम करना है कि डेल्टा एक्स टेंड्स टू जीरो, कि अगर अलग से दिया हो तभी हम लोग बोल सकते हैं।
हाँ, तो नहीं, डेल्टा एक्स जो है वो चेंज इन एक्स है।
हाँ,
इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी कि वो छोटा हो, बड़ा भी हो सकता है, ठीक है। तो
तो अनलेस एंड अनटिल वो लोग दे सम में कि डेल्टा एक्स टेंड्स टू जीरो, हम लोग नहीं ले सकते, कि हम लोग एज अ रूल ऑफ थंब ले सकते हैं उसको।
हाँ, नहीं ले सकते हैं। डेल्टा एक्स टेंडिंग टू जीरो मुझे देना पड़ेगा, बताना पड़ेगा।
ओके
बट नेक्स्ट क्लास में मैं एक और टर्म बताऊंगा, एक और नोटेशन बताऊंगा जिसमें ये assumption ऑटोमेटिक है।
ओके
See, the query that you have has an answer, and I will give that answer in the next class, right? Very
Okay,
nice.
sir.
Very good.
थैंक यू सर।
हाँ भाई, नेक्स्ट और बताओ।
सर डाउट नहीं है, पर सर कल आपने बोला था कि when 2 points are sufficiently close, तो
हाँ,
आपने उसका मीनिंग बताया नहीं था सर, आज बताने वाले थे sufficiently close का।
डेल्टा एक्स टेंड्स टू जीरो।
मतलब 2 पॉइंट जब एक स्लोप में sufficiently close होंगे तब लाइन coincide करती है।
हाँ,
तो सर वो sufficiently close point, तो sufficiently close
अभी
का
अभी अभी के लिए सफिशिएंटली क्लोज मतलब डेल्टा एक्स टेंडिंग टू जीरो,
अच्छा
राइट। अभी के लिए वो डेफिनेशन है। नेक्स्ट क्लास में जो भी हमने सीखा है उसको मैं थोड़ा और फॉर्मलाइज करूंगा और एक नया सिंबल अपन लेके आएंगे।
अच्छा
नया सिंबल विल बी द एक्सप्लेनेशन दैट आई वांटेड टू गिव। सो वन मोर क्लास, मतलब नेक्स्ट क्लास,
ओके ओके
राइट। एनीबॉडी एल्स? हाँ
सर एक
हाँ
और
भाई,
बार आप
पूछो।
होमवर्क रिपीट करो ना सर, मैं मतलब वो हो गया था, मतलब थोड़ा सा, मतलब आपका वीडियो म्यूट हो गया था।
रिकॉर्डिंग में देख लेना ना। वैसे मैंने बोला था फाइंड द स्लोप ऑफ ऑल ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक रेशियोज। साइन एक्स का मैंने निकाल दिया,
हाँ,
कोसाइन, टैन,
कोसेक सेक कॉट।
सेक, कॉट, हाँ वही जो होते हैं,
हाँ ओके
ठीक है।
सर।
सबकी आवाज नहीं है।
हाँ बोलना, डाउट बताना। हेलो हेलो।
सर ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक रेशियोस नेगेटिव में भी आ सकते हैं, स्लोप ऑफ ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक रेशियो।
हाँ बिल्कुल आ सकते हैं, हाँ। कैसे आते हैं वो बाद में देखेंगे, बट अभी फिलहाल के लिए हम केवल ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक रेशियो का डेफिनेशन यूज कर रहे हैं,
हाँ सर।
ठीक है। हाँ बताओ भाई। और किसी को डाउट? एनीबॉडी एल्स? ठीक है, चलो ओके, आई विल सी यू ऑन मंडे देन, मीट ऑन मंडे अगेन।